Sometimes life can feel pretty disorienting, as if we find ourselves turned around in the woods. But never fear, because we are never truly lost. And with the help of the wilderness, along with footsteps from the past and the present, we will unlock the tools that will help us to rewrite our journey here on the Project Mindfully Outdoors podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back into the Project Mindfully Outdoors podcast. As always, I'm your host and your guide, Mike Martin. And it's been a long, difficult road here in 2025 for me. It was one that sadly took me away from the opportunity to meet with you and spend this time together every week, and sometimes even every day. But through all the challenges, through all the obstacles, I've learned to adapt, overcome, and thankfully be able to reconnect with my voice. And through that process, I'm fortunate enough to be able to bring the podcast back. So with this episode, I want to set the stage for what's ahead, because we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to move the podcast into a seasonal format, which will air once a week. But we're going to do something very different with that. We're going to continue with the mindful aspects of nature, but we're going to begin a new journey by taking a deeper dive into the frontier of human spirit. This season, we're going to walk alongside some of the greats and some of the most important legends of America's wild frontier. We're going to meet and spend time to examine and explore the lives of these people. In fact, a lot of the names that are going to come up this year are going to be some of the names that you'll recognize, such as, of course, Daniel Boone, Crazy Horse, Davy Crockett, Tecumseh, and even a few that you may or may not know, such as General William Harrison, the amazing healer Bearheart. And through this season, we'll explore some of the irony, some of the difficulty and challenges that come up throughout the course of the human experience by getting up close and personal with General Custer. But not to say that we're going to simply retell their stories. We're going to dive into these in a way that'll help us to learn what their life really composed of. We're going to look for lessons about courage, balance, resilience, and along the way, discover the art of living mindfully in a world that's constantly changing. So before we step out onto those trails, let's take a moment to close our eyes, breathe in deeply, and listen to the sound of the wild. Because every story that we're going to share this season begins right here, around the fire, centered in stillness. You know, I think it's worth noting and talking about the idea for the season that's up upon the horizon. It's a simple thought, really, that the frontier was more than just a place on a map. The reality is, it's a state of mind. And every figure that we're going to meet this season, Boone, Crazy Horse, Crockett, Tecumseh, they walked a fine line between wilderness and civilization, between dream and duty. And each, in their own unique way, struggled to find a balance that began to rewrite the world around us. In their journeys, we can hope to hear echoes of our own. The same search for meaning, for peace, and for freedom that we carry motivated each and every one of these individuals. That's what mindfulness is truly about. Awareness of where you are, who you are, and how you walk through the world is what connects us to the land and to the stories that it holds, as well as to our very self. We live in a time of noise, endless scrolling, rushing and consuming. But the wilderness is always taught something different. Its teaching encourages you to slow down, to observe, to move with purpose, not panic. And that's what this season is going to be all about. Stepping back in time and back into the rhythm through the eyes of pioneers, warriors, and the wanderers who came before us. Each episode of this season is going to be a nice, unique blend of history, storytelling, and mindfulness. We'll explore how these people lived and what they can teach us about how we live today. You know, when we talk about Daniel Boone, we're going to walk through the forest of Kentucky. We're going to learn about solitude and persistence. Through Crazy Horse, we'll explore the quiet strength that comes from vision and purpose. And Crockett, he brings to the table courage and humor. Tecumseh was all about unity and conviction. And Harrison, lessons of power and ego lie within his footsteps. From Bearheart, spiritual balance. And from Custard, well, there's a mindfulness that not only comes in conquest, but also utter defeat. Every story is going to challenge us to see things much deeper, not just in our own lives, but in theirs, in the world around us. Before we keep moving through this special episode, I want to take a moment to thank just a couple of the partners who kept this journey alive. When I head out into the outdoors, whether for a weekend hike or a long trail, or just to simply explore a new site, I always pack my medic gear on every pack that I carry, because being prepared brings peace of mind, and peace of mind is a part of mindfulness. So visit mymedic.com, use promo code PROJECTOutdoors15 to save 15% on your entire order. And when it comes to staying fueled out there, nothing beats Mountain House meals. They're hearty, dependable, and ready when you are. Now let's get back to the trail. When we talk about history, it's easy to see these figures as myths or something that's simply frozen in time. More often than not, they even feel larger than life. But the truth is, they were people too. They were filled with doubts, fear, and dreams, just like us. That's where mindfulness comes in. It lets us listen to their stories, not as the distant heroes that time has made them out to be, but as a reflection of what's possible when we live with true intention. So as we move through this season, I invite you to join me, not just as a listener, but also as a traveler. Each story is a tale. It's a tale that holds a lesson. Sometimes the lesson just might change you. Sometimes it might comfort you. And other times, it'll just ask you to be still and listen to the wind. Because the wilderness is more than just scenery. We say it time and time again. The wilderness is truly a teacher. And mindfulness, that's not about escaping life. It's about being fully present within it. Which is exactly what Project Mindfully Outdoors has always been about. And through the course of this season, through the lives of those who have walked before us, we'll rediscover the trail that connects each of us to the history, to the beating drumbeat of our heart, and most importantly, to the natural world itself. And through that, we'll discover a new way to quiet our minds and live and experience the most mindful and present moments of the trail ahead. So lace up your boots, breathe deep, and get ready to walk with some of the most fascinating and deeply human legends of the frontier. The trail is calling. Let's take the first step together. So join me next week as we begin our series by walking with Daniel Boone in a story that I call The Making of a Pioneer. Until next time, my friend, get out there in the wilderness. That's where the stillness and the adventure lie. Make sure you swing over to projectmindfulllyoutdoors.co and sign up for the newsletter so you don't miss out on any of the happenings around camp. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of the adventure. Until we meet again, see ya.